Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate that. Tonight, I want to talk about reseller competition and some of the things that I'm noticing IRL at places where I often encounter other resellers. And so, once more, if you're not already a subscriber, consider subscribing. We're trying to grow the channel here, and if you made it this far, definitely consider becoming a subscriber or giving the video a thumbs up. Regardless, it helps out the channel a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. 1 second while I adjust this light. I really am the worst at production. It's something that I really want to get better at. I mean, I can't possibly get any worse at it. I feel that way, and then I see some of the videos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Obviously, about a lot, which is why I make the videos. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I want to talk about, like, I've been reselling for, about 15 years. It's fair to say that I've been, since before 2010 is when I really started to focus on my kind of idea for creating and opening like an eBay store. At the time, it was not a very, common thing. You also had all these stories of people becoming viral first gen with successful and lucrative eBay stores way before Amazon was even a thing. And in that time, I've seen a shift in the kind of people that resell. And so just indulge me for a second. 15 years ago, I was one of very few people to go into thrift stores and like walk around looking for stuff to buy to resell. I mean, it was almost stigmatized, I'd say, in a sense that there was just a bunch of old people there, like shopping for deals. I mean, honestly, it was like an indoor flea market. Like, people would just go there, and working class families would go there to save money, to buy things for large families and so forth, or for own like just to be frugal and stuff and to save money. Or a bunch of old people would go that had nothing else to do during the day, right? Like men and women, couples, just a bunch of old people shopping at your thrift store. That's the environment that I seen at the beginning of my resale career. So there wasn't a lot of competition. I mean, literally, I'd be able to walk into thrift stores and a week later still see the same item that I couldn't afford before still there, that I then bought to resell when I did have the money from the profit from something that I sold on eBay. Funny story, I got my inspiration for selling things online because I eat Happy Meals, and I wanted my Happy Meals to pay for themselves. And so, a quick hack, is to get Happy Meals or just Kid Meals and resell the toy that you get within that. If you don't have like a child to give it to, obviously, because then, who forget the money, give it to your kid. But if you sell those, you often will get your money back plus a couple dollars more and stuff. So, I mean, it was that kind of thinking that led me to first start selling toys. So, fast track back to where we were in the story as it concerns, the demographic of people that were out there at the thrift stores at the time. Um, the people there, again, were non competitive in that they weren't reselling items. It was odd, and I said stigmatized, because I was the only young person in there, like sticking out like a sore thumb, looking through old used shoes and old books and old movies. That wasn't a thing. And nowadays, maybe I'd say like pre-pandemic to now, I've definitely seen the industry shift in favor, quote unquote, towards older people. Now, this has happened, unfortunately, to younger people for several different reasons. One is Gen Xers and boomers. I mean, they're still alive. They need money too. So obviously, those people are going to be the first people to get jobs when they lose their good jobs. I mean, we've seen an influx. I've seen an influx of older people doing resell, performing delivery services, and this again is like very common, and it's different because when I'm at the thrift store, there's four or five other people that I know are in there reselling. Like that, it's pretty clear, and the age demographic is remarkable. You have people in there that are teens looking to resell clothes. They're thumbing through the racks. You have old Xers and boomers circling around looking for higher end items, mostly like furniture, and they have different nicks and knacks. I've seen it. And then you have millennials like me and people a little bit older who are seeking out media and toys. And again, it's something that I have seen, like there used to be no competition and now there's a bunch. And I am not hating on the fact there is competition because I'm unscathed as it concerns. We run a good business. I do. I run a very good eBay store. It's something that I'm not gonna deny. And I mean, I know that sounds pretty self-indulging, but I've done it for over a decade. I'm really good at it. It's one of the very few things I'm good at, um, honestly. And it's taken just thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, losses across the board. I mean, this is a skill that cost a lot of money, and also has intrinsic value, and not just that it's money, but like to me, a lot of labor and time and effort has gone from my life into getting good at selling things online. I mean, there's people that run entire Ponzi schemes on what, I just tell people for free in 5 minutes. I mean, seriously, there's people that do that. And I guess it's their hustle, you feel me, as it concerns, like, there's a market out there for people to get arguably swindled as it concerns teaching them how to resell things online. I mean, again, I get annoyed with it because I've been doing it so long that it's second nature to me. I can get a $40, throwaway phone from Walmart and run a eBay store on it. Facts. You feel me? So long as, like, but that's even hard because it takes months. I mean, we're barely, it's I think like our fifth month open, just reopened or relaunched from like the year and a half hiatus and the many, many headaches, fees, fines, and time it took to get that back open. Like, it's taken the better part of a year to finally see progress. Like, literally, I was telling my roommate earlier, we're finally starting to see a little bit of progress. And not even a bunch, but enough that's measurable and enough to let us know behind the scenes that what I'm doing is working. And it is what it is, but I welcome the competition. But then I also am jelly about how there's a need for people to like get creative on how they make money. It impacts me, like I mean, like if people like were had their jobs, and they weren't like forced to find other ways to make money, then these same people like alphas, zers, xers, boomers, they wouldn't all be at the thrift store at the same time trying to buy the same things to resell. I mean, so it's like a whole thing, and I see it every day. And I get so like, Jared, my dude, bro, like, dude, I was at Savers today, and you got me this time again, and I know it's you, dude, because I told you, I'm the one who told you what movies to get, and wouldn't you know, I've created a monster. This guy is actively my competitor now. He seeks out the titles that I told him to seek out. And I've not got anything back in exchange for that, Jared. You got to offer me some information, dude. I want to see like something tangible, more than just what you have stolen from me every time I see you go to Savers just minutes before I do. It's this like little local dilemma thing. I'm like serious. I'm going to be like, dude, like we're gonna have to tax that. I'm gonna need one of those items per basket that I told you about, because I've literally, again, and that's in 30 seconds, I open this dude's mind up, this boomer's mind up to the wonderful world of how to make money on eBay. And it's sort of like, because I took that 30 seconds out of my life and told him that, he's benefiting tremendously. I know he is, because he's getting exactly what I told him he should be looking for. So I know, don't shoot the messenger, but if anyone did, I guess I'm the messenger, you feel me, in the metaphorical sense. Definitely not in any way serious, because how could this guy ever be taken seriously? I hope that you guys have a really good night. Again, no hating, but definitely recognition to all of my fellow competitors out there in the resale world. The world's a big place. Welcome to, but like, there's etiquette, just like, being on the boys club, you feel me, like, there's rules, like, I'm sorry, there's rules in life. Learn them. I don't know, do you need to pay somebody to, like, teach you the etiquette of reselling, the do's and don'ts? There's rules. And so that's all I'm saying. I've been a player for well over a decade, going on two. And I guess that's why I've been doing it so long, though, right? I mean, let's see how long these guys are able to hold out. Because again, it's very timely, very costly, and very, very. I mean, I guess ambitious, but it's a huge gamble, And when it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it just is the worst. You feel me? Kind of like a bad relationship. It's like, yeah, when it's good, it's great, but I mean, holy potatoes, is it really worth all of this? Probably not, So I hope that's why you got to keep things as efficient and as stress free and as streamlined as possible, to sort of mitigate those what otherwise are like some real bad things that come from just trying to get by. I hope that you guys have a really good night, and thanks again for joining me. All right, bye.